Hi guys, my name is Rik Blok and I'm a mentor for Integrated Sciences. I'm also the lecturer for the program, which just means that I teach some of the courses. Sorry I can't be there today. I would have liked to, but unfortunately my wife works weekends, which means that we're celebrating Thanksgiving tonight. On the plus side, that means I get turkey. Yum! I hope this video helps you to see whether our interests overlap and whether I might be a good mentor for you. Okay, so the ISSA execs put together a few questions for me to answer so you can get to know a little bit about what my background is. I'm a theoretical physicist, a statistical mechanic, technically, by training, but my interests have kind of spanned various fields. I've looked at very kind of computer-based artificial simulation systems, and also financial systems. I was interested in the stock market and what drives the behavior of the price and trades on in the stock market. Since then, I also did a postdoc in the Center for Applied Ethics, where I looked at the evolution of the evolution of morality. And what I was looking at there is whether evolutionary game theory can help to explain how cooperation arises spontaneously over many generations in a population of essentially selfish individuals. And from there, I got into ecology and evolution, and again, working on mathematical and computer models, which has kind of been the pattern of all my research. Try to understand how a species can, or a single population of consisting of one species, can spontaneously split into two species, even if there's no isolation between the members of that population. And that's kind of where my research has taken me over the years. Question 2 is, could you share one piece of advice with integrated science students currently looking for a mentor? Okay, good question. I guess my advice would be to take full advantage of this opportunity. You're kind of being given the chance to craft a whole new degree for yourself. Instead of any one of the cookie cutter integrations that's out there, this is your chance to create something completely new, something that nobody else has done before, or nobody else has done it quite the way you're going to do it. So take full advantage of that. And the best way, or the most important way I see for that to happen, is to go deep into a topic, to find something that you're really passionate about and try to understand it in depth. And often that involves integration just by its very nature. Because maybe not everything you want to study, but most or many things that you're going to want to study have very different facets to them. So you can explore them from very different kinds of angles, from, whatever it is, maybe a biochemical angle or a physiological angle or a physics angle, or some kind of social angle. And you can get a better understanding of this thing probably by exploring it from all these different angles and getting this more comprehensive view of it and a deeper understanding of it by doing that. So yeah, I would push you and encourage you to do that, to find this thing that's really driving you and interesting to you, and look at it from different perspectives, and those perspectives can become the disciplines of your integration. And by doing this, I expect that a really nice integration will just emerge just from the passion that you're that's driving it. So question 3 is, what is your favorite part of being an ISCI mentor? So for me, I think it's seeing when it all kind of comes together for a student. Often when you guys are kind of at your stage where you're just starting out, you don't really know exactly what it is that you want to study, and everything is a little bit up in the clouds, and it's unclear, it's vague. But then as you start to put together your ideas, it becomes clearer and clearer and stronger. Usually what I see then is at some point it just kind of crystallizes and it becomes a real thing that you are going to study this particular thing, and you really get excited about it and passionate about it, and you can kind of see the before and after of that. Before, everything's kind of wishy-washy, and after, it's all like, no, I need to study this thing, and here's the courses that I need to take in order to really understand this thing. And it's really exciting to see when a student does that, and it all kind of clicks and comes together. Often that kind of leads a student into their future careers. So their kind of interests and the focus that they have kind of shoots them forward into the next step of their career, and I think that's just all amazing, and I love when I see that. The last question, the one that I found hardest, I had to think the most about, is question 4. If you had a superpower, what would it be and why? Ugh, that was hard. Okay, so I thought about this way too much. And I think what it would have to be is control over entropy. I think that's ultimately the coolest thing I can imagine. First of all, I presume that you know that entropy is kind of what determines the arrow of time, the direction of time. So if you can control entropy, then you effectively have control over time. So that would be awesome in itself. Rewind the clock, go back to earlier times, fast forward the clock, and go visit the future. Awesome. But even more than that, entropy is about order versus disorder. So if you could actually control entropy, then you could create very particular ordered states that defy normal things that we see in the world. For example, I could create an updraft of air that could carry me along, so effectively I could fly. And also, if you could slow down time, you could effectively increase the power to your limbs, because the passage of time would not have to occur in the same way within your limbs versus outside. So I could be really, really strong that way too. Maybe I could jump really high. I could be the Hulk. I could be Spider-Man. I could be Superman. And, there's the whole time travel thing. So, entropy. My answer is entropy. So that's it for me. If you think I might be a good mentor for you, please check out the ISCI website. Again, my name is Rik Blok, and you can find my contact information there. Again, I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but I hope to see you in future classes, and perhaps we can partner up as mentor and mentee. Okay, bye-bye.